An article published by Forbes called 15 Daily Habits of Great Leaders polled 15 members of Forbes Coach Council and the Council of Leadership Professionals. They all agreed that leaders have specific characteristics that define them as figures that others look up to and as people. Effective leaders typically have a routine with key habits and processes practiced daily. While most people have heard about the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, many leaders don't follow that model. Truly great leaders develop their own set of habits that dictate how their days go and how they can reach their fullest potential. I agree with that last statement because it's not only important for those in leadership positions to develop good habits to produce great teams, but it's doubly important to focus on those self-care habits of highly effective people that produce exceptional leaders. That's why in this video, I share my take on 3 how-to self-care tips for leaders that will set you up for a productive workday. So if you're interested in habits that will maximize your potential, keep watching. Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, the best place for new and emerging leaders who want help navigating challenges in the workplace. My name is Jeboria Scott, and I'm a leadership coach and consultant. This is part 3 in my series about habits of highly successful leaders. Be sure to check out part 1 and 2 after this video for more tips if you haven't seen them already. Also, be sure to watch until the end for a bonus tip. Now let's get into it. The first self-care habit of highly effective people is to plan your next day the night before. This will minimize stress about what needs to get done the next day. Having an idea of what you're working on the next day allows you to determine the exact steps to make progress on completing tasks and achieving goals. An article called 8 Habits of Highly Successful Leaders by the Entrepreneur states that a key success habit of an effective leader is to plan their next day the night before. How can you succeed if you lack clarity on what it is you're setting out to achieve on any given day? You may get certain things accomplished, but you will not be organized and may find yourself erroneously focusing on tasks or details that do not make a difference for your big picture. Planning your next day the night before sets you up to start your day in an organized flow, allowing you to get more done in less time. This is so true because I find that planning ahead helps me too. When I have a short list of a few priority items set and ready to go, even if things get a little crazy the next day, I have a mini framework to follow. Mia Ng of Cognizant Inc. said, "Lead your day before it leads you." Click the like button if you plan ahead and stay organized. The second self-care habit of highly effective people is to acknowledge that it's okay to be selfish. What I mean by this is that it's key to make time for yourself. This is a special time that you set aside for yourself at the start of your day or in the evening hours. This will give you an opportunity to center yourself and mentally prepare for the day ahead, or to reflect on what went well, or what things didn't go so well, or what things may be done differently at the end of your day. Being a little more selfish may also mean that you schedule uninterrupted lunch breaks and break times during your workday when you're not focusing on work. Even if you're not hungry, you can use that time to take a short walk, review something online, or listen to a funny podcast and have a laugh and relax for about 30 minutes. Do whatever works for you. An article called 12 Habits of Highly Effective Leaders by the Sharma brothers states that highly effective leaders find time for silence, reflection, and self-care. They understand that whatever actions we take in the world, our physical bodies are the vehicles through which those actions flow. They know the ways our bodies are interrelated with our moods, emotions, and our language, and they therefore are purposeful about maintaining a healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy emotions. It's important to be intentional about making time for yourself. This may mean that you'll need to set boundaries with other people for how you manage your time. Having some form of mindfulness practice is an essential self-care habit to manage stress and replenish yourself. And although this may not be easy or even comfortable at first, it will be necessary to establish strong boundaries with your time alone in order to develop this particular self-care habit. Type, "It's okay to be selfish sometimes," if you agree. The third self-care habit of highly effective people is know and acknowledge when you need rest. Arianna Huffington, author, CEO of Thrive Global and co-founder of the Huffington Post, discusses the importance of good rest and sleep habits in her bestseller called The Sleep Revolution: Transforming Your Life One Night at a Time. In her book, the author outlines many details of why sleep should be the first and top priority on your list. She did extensive research about the effect that lack of sleep or reduced sleep has had across many industries. It's definitely an area of our lives that we neglect in this hustle culture environment that's been created. So make resting a priority, because when you take care of yourself in this way, you show up as a more engaged and dynamic leader. Now, let me ask you something. How many hours of sleep do you get on average? Let me know in the comments. I think I average about 6 to 7 hours. Maybe I gotta work on that. Now for the bonus tip. One of the best self-care habits of highly effective people is to pay attention to your self-talk. Don't say negative things about yourself to others or to yourself when you make a mistake, or when you don't know something, or if you're less productive today than you were yesterday. Words are powerful, and what you say about yourself matters. Use positive affirmations instead. Say things like, "I'm doing my best. I'm an awesome leader. My best is good enough. I made a mistake, but I'm a good person because I learned from my mistakes." Be your biggest cheerleader and you'll come out on top. Now, if you're watching this video and you enjoyed my how-to self-care tips for leaders, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell, because in my next video, I'm going to talk about how to talk to your boss and gain respect so that you can lead with confidence. As always, have a great week. Be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.